Viewers, the big focus that we have for you this morning is what's happening as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned. A new era is going to begin within the BJP. We are talking about the Nabin era, Nitin Nabin era, as he's going to be now becoming the president of the party. Celebrations are underway outside BJP headquarters in Delhi as Nitin Nabin is set to take charge as the party's national president today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to attend this big ceremony. Before taking over the post, Nitin Nabin sought blessings at temples in the national capital. Prime Minister Modi, we are being told, is also likely to visit the party office shortly. We have my colleagues tracking the story very, very closely. Joining us live right now this morning, we have my colleague Madhav live with us. Also joining us live is Mohit and Shivam. Good morning to all of you. Madhav, to you first. Firstly, explain to us the significance of this Nabin era, Nitin Nabin era that's now going to begin in the BJP.
Well, Hina, for starters, he's the youngest BJP president. As the 12th BJP president, he's also a 5-time MLA. So he already is somebody who has significant experience in the world of politics. His father is also, formerly a minister there in Bihar. So he has a huge political background. But he is significantly younger than the current crop of leaders, at least the former presidents that we have seen at the age of 45, and therefore a very, very significant aspect because it is a push towards younger leadership and the next generation of leaders of the BJP that's being looked at, because at the age of 45 he clearly has about 3 decades of politics left in him, and in that sense could play a very pivotal role in steering the party forward as far as not just the current and immediate events and elections that will take place during his tenure as the BJP president, but also as far as the future leadership of the party long term is concerned. Apart from the assembly elections that are now expected to take place in the 5 states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Puducherry, Assam and West Bengal, there is also the more important fact that there will be UP elections next year, Punjab, Uttarakhand, so on and so forth. And in the run-up to the Lok Sabha polls, he's expected to play a very, very important role because he will be in the saddle as BJP president when Lok Sabha polls 2029 does take place. And in that sense, a very, very significant appointment coming in as far as BJP is concerned. Of course, the fact that he will be, not just the Prime Minister will be there on the stage, but several of the former presidents, outgoing presidents, of course, JP Nadda will be president. Amit Shah, Home Minister, and Rajnath Singh, Defence Minister, who also headed the party along with Nitin Gadkari, all expected to be present over here at the party office. And the significance can be gauged not just by the excitement or the dhols that are playing outside, but there are several chief ministers of BJP ruled states who are present over here. Just to quickly show you the stage that has been set up, and this is where the Prime Minister and top leaders will be present along with Nitin Nabin as the formal part of his takeover as the BJP's 12th president takes place. But you can see the crowds that have gathered over here of the organization, of the leadership of the party who are present and will be there to welcome Nitin Nabin in his endeavor as the BJP president. So a very, very significant moment for the BJP and its entire organization's rank and file.
Right. Madhav, stay on with us. Also joining us on the broadcast this morning are my guests. We have Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist. We're also joined by Dr. Uday Nirgudkar, who is also a senior journalist. Good morning to both of you, gentlemen. I'll come to you in just a bit. First, let me go across to my colleague Mohit as well. Mohit, show us around. Tell us what's really happening. What time is the Prime Minister expected? All right, we're getting visuals of Nitin Nabin himself, the man of the moment, viewers, arriving, and he is being greeted by BJP leaders there. He is the man of the moment who's going to now take charge of the BJP as the national president. Even as we stay live on these visuals, let me now go across to Mohit. Mohit, Nitin Nabin, the man of the moment on whom the spotlight is going to be today. He has already arrived. What time is the Prime Minister expected? What time is the ceremony likely to begin?
Well, in fact, Nitin Nabin, the new president of the Bharatiya Janata Party, has just arrived at the BJP headquarters. And as I was showing earlier, that the workers over here are very energetic. They were celebrating as soon as Nitin Nabin entered the BJP headquarters. He was received by the senior BJP leaders, and now they have gone inside. Shortly from now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be coming to the BJP office, and post that, the felicitation ceremony will start. Now, interestingly, most of the workers who have come over here, they are from BJP Bihar, and we also know that how the top leadership of the BJP
भारत माता की। नितिन नवीन जी को जय श्री राम। नितिन नवीन जी को जय श्री राम। ये हुई ना आवाज। दो महत्वपूर्ण सूचनाएं देता हूं। अभी तो अपना ये कार्यक्रम यहां पर जल्द ही शुरू होगा। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष माननीय नड्डा जी पधारे हैं, आदरणीय गडकरी जी पधारे हैं, गृह मंत्री पहुंच रहे हैं। थोड़ी सूचना सुनो। बिहार के भाइयों सूचना सुनो। बिहार का प्रभारी बोल रहा है ना। सूचना ये है कि यहां कार्यक्रम मंच पर जो है वो पूरा होने पर राष्ट्रगान के पश्चात आदरणीय प्रधान।
So in just a few moments from now, we are going to see the ceremony to really begin. A lot of BJP supporters, BJP leaders have already arrived for this big day for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Nitin Nabin is going to take charge in just a few moments from now. Let me go back to my colleague Madhav, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Madhav, now, we were talking about how it's going to be an interesting stint for Nitin Nabin, because we've got some very crucial state assembly elections as well lined up, and those are clearly going to be the big test for him as the president of the BJP. And also, he's got some really large shoes to fill, given the kind of performance the party has seen in the last few elections.
सभी ने विस्तार कार्यालय में भोजन के लिए जाना है।
Absolutely. And in fact, while the party in recent years has certainly been able to, ramp up its base, consolidate its base in the northern part of India, the southern part of India still largely remains a challenge. And therefore, in the upcoming elections in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, where BJP has never been in power, will they be able to increase their presence? Yes, in the local body polls in Kerala, for instance, they have received some amount of moderate success, but that's nowhere close to the potential of BJP is what they've seen and what they've said. And while, Karnataka is one state where they've been in power at least in 2 tenures, can they further increase over there? That is point number one. Point number two, taking the party leadership along, taking the entire party along will always be a challenge because of the huge nature. It is, of course, not just the biggest party here in India at this point of time, but there are a number of challenges, pushes and pulls that the party normally will have. Taking it forward from here, how will Nitin Nabin be able to ensure that not just the performance of his predecessors is maintained, but is further improved in coming years? All these are certainly going to be challenges. His own state, Bihar, for instance, BJP has been in alliance with the JDU for over 2 decades. What happens in such a situation to the BJP? Will it be able to do better in states such as West Bengal, where, of course, they've been engaged in a bitter battle with the TMC? Number of such challenges that he certainly has, and of course, for the BJP, a very, very important moment, because he will also be the person. In that sense, will he be able to induct a generational change? He will have his entire structure of the party, for instance, that will be changed from here on. And who really will be part of the team? Who are going to play key roles as far as the party is concerned? All of these are going to be significant questions that, in fact, Nitin Nabin will be able to answer in coming days. There's also a very important aspect, because we're also likely to see changes as far as the cabinet is concerned. In that situation, who will go from government to party and who comes from party to government? All of these are going to be important factors as well, and questions that only Nitin Nabin will be able to answer. But certainly a very, very important and pivotal moment from the organizational perspective as far as BJP is concerned.
Absolutely. Madhav, stay on with us. Mohit and Shivam continue to be with us as well. Let me also go across to my guest. Mr. Shekhar Raya, good morning. What does this elevation really signal to you? What is the party trying to say, by elevating Nitin Nabin to the post of the president of the party?
Meena, good morning. More than the individual, Nitin Nabin, the process has become more important. That this party is today in a position to experiment, to prepare for the future. See, if there is no personality involved per se here, if this is the imprint of the Prime Minister Modi to prepare the party for the future. So essentially, the party was looking for somebody who belongs to the organization, who has risen from the ranks, who knows how to work hard on the ground, and who himself has set an example by working on the ground earlier in Bihar, both as a legislator and as a minister. So here the main task of Nitin Nabin will be to implement the grand vision that the Modi has for this party in the times to come. And that will not essentially mean, it is not something, a personality of Nitin that is going to matter here more. It is a blueprint that the Prime Minister has already prepared, and that he has in mind how the BJP should prepare for the challenges ahead, and how the BJP should not just look at the next elections in the next 5 years. Yes, they are very, very important, but also prepare for the next decade, which would mean reaching out to every section, reaching out to those areas right up to the booth level where the BJP does not consider to be its stronghold. And also, I am reminded of what happened in 2000. You remember when Bangaru Lakshman took over as the BJP president, he became the first Dalit to become the BJP president. At that time also, it was seen as a big ticket change that the party was attempting. But unfortunately for the party, there was an episode, and after which Bangaru Lakshman had to go. And that experiment, I remember, was one part of that experiment included even reaching out to the minorities. Today, the BJP sees itself as the natural party of governance, natural party of the people, considering the electoral success it is having. But for this momentum to continue, the party needs to evolve. So what we will see now is Nitin Nabin and the kind of people who are brought up in the organization to assist him in this task, how they go about it, and they just not only prepare for elections, but they also ensure that the party is there in every nook and corner. This is the way the Congress used to be at one time, because Congress had an organization spread right from Kanyakumari up to Kashmir. So that is a kind of a grand plan that the Prime Minister has. So in the coming era, actually, I would say, Prime Minister is looking at a long time. And as far as question is, will Nitin succeed or fail? A big question will come. The failure or success in the BJP in terms of organizational outreach and success is not limited to one individual. Yes, the individual brings in direction, brings in more energy, but at the same time, it's a collective vision that will get implemented on the ground.
Absolutely. Some very interesting views you've shared. And let me also go across to Dr. Uday. Now, the big test is going to happen this year itself in 2026. I mean, we've got some really important states that will be witnessing assembly elections, and that's going to be the first big test for Nitin Nabin. Now, he's popular when it comes to Bihar politics, but then he now has to face states where BJP has been trying very hard to make certain inroads. For example, Tamil Nadu and also Kerala. What do you think?
Absolutely true that he has a very tough task ahead of him, because there are elections in Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Kerala, Assam and West Bengal. And if you can see, already after he took over as a Karikari Abhyaksh, he has already visited Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, and during the same time, Amit Shah ji has visited Kerala, and Prime Minister has visited Assam and West Bengal. So you can make out the task is cut out for both of them. But more than that, the real challenge would be to keep the core party ideology intact with so much of influx from many other parties within the fold of BJP, and that's the big challenge. Second challenge would be, he has never worked at Delhi or center. I know when Nitin Gadkari took over, I first met him at his temporary residence at Delhi, and I could see the hectic preparations he was making. He didn't have even proper clothes for Delhi cool weather. So that's how, things are. Then there is delimitation and caste census, which is going to happen in next 1 or 2 years' time. This is how he will, how at a party level he is going to handle. More than that, the implementation of 33% women reservation is also a big challenge.
Right. Well, absolutely. And requesting both of you to please stay on with us. My colleagues also stay with us on the broadcast. Let me also go across to my colleague Amita, who is joining us live right now from the newsroom. I believe she has some reactions that have come. Amita, over to you.
Right, Hina, these are actually the posts that have been put up by Nitin Nabin, because so far his X handle still mentions him as the National Working President of the Bharatiya Janata Party. This should soon will get changed to national president of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And he's been sharing pictures as far as this morning that he's been seeking blessings at the temples and the gurdwaras there, saying that Rashtriya Adhyaksh ka pad पदभार ग्रहण करने से पूर्व दिल्ली के स्थित झंडेवाला देवी मंदिर में और वाल्मीकि मंदिर में विधिवत पूजा अर्चना करते हुए आशीर्वाद प्राप्त किया. देन ही इज एट द बंगला साहिब गुरुद्वारा सेइंग कि आज दिल्ली में स्थित हनुमान मंदिर एवं गुरुद्वारा बंगला साहिब पहुंचकर श्रद्धा पूर्वक माथा टेका और आशीर्वाद प्राप्त किया. सो दीज आर द पिक्चर्स देयर एज ही इज बीन शेयरिंग एंड दिस इज समथिंग दैट वी आर लुकिंग वुड बी चेंज शॉर्टली एज फार एज नेशनल वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द भारतीय जनता पार्टी will soon now be called as the national president of the BJP.
All right, from a Karyakarta, he is now going to become Adhyaksh of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Thank you very much, Amita. Appreciate you joining us with your inputs. I'm requesting all my guests and my colleagues to please stay on with us. We're slipping into a very, very short commercial break right now. We'll be back with lots more. Stay with us.